He's alive! What the hell was that?
What's up, guys? Thank you for watching another video. Today we're gonna try and finally start the 2G Eclipse. So we're still waiting for Lazy, obviously, so he's gonna be helping us with a wire tug today. Meanwhile, me and him are basically gonna take out the rear motor mount because if you guys know, it doesn't fully attach just yet. We have to put some washers with a longer bolt in there just so the rear motor mount is completely attached. And of course, just wire tug the car overall, start it up, and make sure everything's running good. Before we move on to the drive shaft, besides the drive shaft and this today, it's pretty much done and ready to pretty much roll around in. So we're getting super close. Obviously, we do not have a lot of time to work on it. We pretty much just get together like, what, one day a week, basically? One day a week, so I know you guys want to see it running already, but of course, you know, we have our personal lives outside of this thing, so yeah. So today, we're just basically gonna start first with the rotor mount. I'm gonna go ahead and remove it. After it's removed, me and Carlos will actually head out to Home Depot and then start looking for the bolt and washers. So let's do it. So we went ahead and removed the rear motor mount. So this is the bolt. Obviously we're going to have to get a similar grade, and obviously it has to be longer, and some washers, of course, to basically push this out just enough to attach the rear motor mount.
So it's gonna be an M12.
M12?
Yeah.
Alright, we got the bolts. Let's go home. I haven't seen this car in a minute. Air out.
No front fender.
What happened to your bags? What's with your bags?
Hello, people! I finally brought out the bucket. It's a little bit dirty. Look at that. Oh, that's so nasty. Well, I just got here and we're about to get this wiring started and show you guys how the process is. We're gonna start off with the headache. The fender. Let's get the fender off. Let's remove that.
I hate taking off the fender because it's 410 millimeters right here. There's a bolt right here, and then you gotta take off the side skirt and side skirt extensions. Yeah, there you go. Oh shit, there you go. Sick. Put that on your car since it needs it. Alright, so the reason why we took off the fender is because we do have to feed the wiring harness through here. That's what goes on the inside right here.
And what goes inside?
Yeah. Parts attached. So now the main issue obviously is the big fuse box, is like where we can mount it. What if we mount it like right here? We make some holes or something, what do you think?
I was thinking.
Yeah. So in order to route the wiring harness, we're gonna have to remove the radiator again, because when we took off the wiring harness, none of this was on, so now it's actually in the way. So I'll just remove this real quick. I mean, it's just these bolts, the hose.
Is it coolant inside?
Oh, there is coolant inside. Oh.
Just loosen it.
Just loosen it, we'll move it?
Forward, yeah.
Okay. Alright, so what Lazy did is he basically mounted it right under the frame here. He basically put like a 10 millimeter bolt. It almost looks OEM, huh? And you're able to remove the whole...
Damn.
That looks sick, dude. And from up top, it kind of does look pretty sleek. I mean, you can't... It's under the intake, so you can't really see it.
Yeah.
So it looks better than it just sticking out. OEM 428s do have the fuse box right here, so yeah. Your fuse box? Dude, we need to do the same thing with yours, dude.
I gotta do that.
Alright, so it's coming along pretty good. Now we just gotta wire up the rest of the chassis, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's hook up the fan. We should probably put the radiator back on, no?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do the radiator real quick. Alright, so the radiator is back on. The fuse box is completely attached, as well as the headlights and the fog lights. And Lazy went ahead and wire tucked everything as much as he could down here, so it's pretty hidden. You can't really see it from up top. Now we're just figuring out where we're gonna attach this part of the wiring for the alternator so that we can keep it hitting. Obviously the whole goal here is to keep the least amount of wiring in the engine bay as possible. After that we'll start moving on to the OM racing one. This one should be really easy to wire tuck since it's meant for that. But of course, since this is still the OEM harness, it's a little bit harder since it's like thicker and it's like, you know, it's bulky. All right, so we pretty much got all the wiring attached. I think we're ready to start the car. So the car doesn't have the battery since my last one completely went dead. So we are gonna use Lazy. I'm super nervous because it hasn't been started in a couple months, and you know, we took everything apart. Obviously the engine already has oil, the trans has oil, it has coolant, so it should be good. All right, so we're gonna take Lazy's battery, which is also in the rear.
Where's it go?
Just anywhere. I gotta get a box for it. Let me get this. Just in case. Wait, how do you use this? How do you use this? You put the pin on and just spray like this?
Yeah. No, you press this.
Oh, you press this? Yeah. Okay. Alright, just in case. Alright, so we got the battery hooked up. I don't think there is power though, to be honest. Oh shoot!
Turn it off.
Turn it off, huh? What was that noise?
I don't know.
What was that?
Turn it off.
Okay, so we do have power.
Just turn it off.
Just make sure nothing's leaking as far as fuel. Okay, something's leaking here.
What was that?
Okay, oh, okay, we got a gas leak right here. All right, so once that's tightened, I'm gonna go back in the car and just check for fuel pressure. It's good? Should I try to start it? Alright, let me see. Yeah. Alright, so the starter isn't hooked up, so we're actually gonna go ahead and hardwire it first. Once we figure out if the car starts or not, then we can start focusing on fixing up all the vacuum lines, wire tucking all the wires, and making sure all the interiors put back together. But right now it's just it's all testing. As you can see, everything's everywhere and it's a mess, but hopefully once we hardwire this thing, then we should be able to start
neutral,
it.
Right?
It should be neutral.
It's a neutral? It's not gonna run me over, right?
I don't know if it's a neutral, dude. This thing feels weird.
There you go.
Oh God.
Alright, you ready?
I'm ready.
Turn the key into the on position. Ready?
Oh God, I'm ready. Oh God. Come on. That is so nerve-wracking.
Ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm gonna push the start right now. There we go.
Ready, go. It wants to come on.
It started, right?
We started, yeah.
But it was dying because it was on empty.
Lazy thinks we were out of gas, which we might be. So he's gonna check the interior lighting, the interior wiring to make sure everything's good. If not, we're gonna go get a little bit of gas and see if that's the actual issue. All right, so I did find a jug just in case we do need gas, but Lazy ended up finding 2 more plugs inside, so we're gonna give it one more try before we go get gas, and see if it starts.
Ready?
All right, go for it. Oh. Nope.
All right, guys. So I noticed. I don't know why I didn't notice this in the beginning, but we do have a gauge right here to check for pressure, and as we were cranking it, I didn't see the needle move at all. So that could be the issue from the fuel rail back to the gas tank. So we're gonna have to open up the gas tank and check out the fuel pump.
Yeah, we should get gas first though, just to make sure. Maybe it's not getting any pressure at all.
Maybe we're low on gas. Yeah, that could be part of it.
And if not, we'll just check the back real quick and then make sure everything's good.
All right.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
Like it wasn't set.
Bruh.
Yeah, I think we have a DSM problem.
Another one doesn't start. So we forgot, we left the battery inside the other DSM, so let's go and get the battery. Sticker though. Remember guys, if you guys want a sticker, I have the link in the description. They're a lot bigger than this. I used to sell them like this, now they're like twice as big, so they're only $5.
Yes, OG.
OG. Alright, we're back home. We're gonna go ahead and fill the DSM up with gas. I gotta open the gas cap real quick. Let's give it one more try. If not, we're gonna go ahead and take out the whole rear and then check the fuel pump out. Oh, no battery. Again. Alright, now let's try it. Alright, on. Try it. Oh! It wants to. Come on.
Ah, dude. We still have no pressure.
We still have no pressure?
Yeah, still no pressure.
What the hell? But at least you know the wiring works though.
Yeah, it works.
Oh my god, dude, I haven't heard the car start in forever. I'm gonna start taking all the rear seats out. And then we're just gonna go ahead and double check that the fuel pump is properly connected. All right, so I went ahead and got all this taken apart. I'm just gonna go ahead and inspect all the wiring and all the fuel components, make sure that everything's hooked up properly. All right, so Lazy got the fuel pump out. What are we looking at here?
It was like this, right?
Yeah.
Like,
looks like the fuel pump wasn't even in all the way. How does that happen?
it popped out.
All right, moment of truth. I'm gonna sit you guys down. See what happens. I'll tell you when.
Ready? Oh, we got pressure. We got pressure.
You got pressure?
Yeah,
Okay,
I see
okay.
pressure. All right, ready?
Ready?
She's alive! What the hell was that?
Spit it out, dude. That's fucking crazy, dude. It's been so long, dude.
Wait, was that the two-step?
It was a two-step, dude. It was doing it at 5K.
At 5K?
5K.
Oh shit.
Alright guys, as you guys can see, it's been a super long day. It's like pretty much sunset time. We did end up washing the cars, but as you can see, we finally got the car started and I'm super happy because it's been almost like forever since this car was, you know, running again. Obviously, we can't move it out of the garage because the drive shaft isn't connected yet. So in the following videos, we will be focusing on pretty much wire tucking everything, putting the interior back together, basically putting the car back into one piece. Then we're gonna go ahead and measure the drive shaft, go take it to a special drive shaft shop to get it custom made, and then we'll go ahead and install it, and then from then the car should be able to run and we'll be able to take it on test runs basically. So I'm super excited. Hopefully you guys always tune in. Make sure you're always liking, commenting, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. So I'll see you on the next one.